Welcome, everyone, to the Resilient, Wild, and Unstoppable interview series. And we've had a lot of people sign up for interviews, but today we get to speak to Ewelina. And oh my gosh, she just sounds so wonderful so far in just the little bit of time that I've had a chance to chat with her. And now I want you to get to know her. So, Ewelina, I'd like to know, how did you get on this journey, on this path that you are on with who you are and what you do?
Yeah, no, I'm also very grateful to be here and very happy, of course, to share that with you and with your audience. And yeah, well, why I came here, that is a very short questions, but very long answer, I can say. Because actually I'm helping guiding women to connect with themselves and manifest their visions, a business of life visions or health visions, and staying at peace no matter of the external circumstances, because this is what matters the most, of course, when we are in the peaceful state.
Mhm.
But why I came that to it, that's why I shared what I'm doing, because I came that actually I manifested from already childhood without knowing even the word of manifestations.
Mm.
If I did know and had someone who will guide me, this is your path, you need to go in this direction, probably I have been started that 20 years ago. Uh, but this was actually what I did, because everything, like all the legends or Bob Proctor or Neverguard or whatever, what I hear now, sometimes when I listen, then I think actually, this is exactly the step, the process which I follow it every time when I brought things to my reality. And and in this moment, actually, I didn't know it about it, but in the all life, because of course this is huge story, but in all my life I faced also moment of disconnections with myself. And what that brought to me, I made actually one decisions against myself, and that brought a lot of other things in relationships, in connections with other people, in jobs and everything, actually. And this actually, I overcame, of course, that, and with stronger actually, then I rebuilt uh, that state. Then actually, I know how important it is, and that's why I connected together with manifestation, because manifesting, actually, we manifest every day our thoughts, our emotions, because this is also important, not only our mind, but also our emotions. Everything is connected. And how we act, then we also receive it. And sometimes, especially if some person have that so strong, that can manifest also very fast, but not the positive things. And when we are really looking into ourselves, what is going on within, then it's easier for us actually to see, to checking, and to even maybe not fully controlling, but taking the control of our thoughts, of our beliefs, of our emotions. And if we are not aware of it and we didn't go looking inside ourselves, yeah, then we can just just allow the life flow. But in the end, actually, this is not flow only to welcome randomly things in our life, our reality. Yeah, and that's what I am doing and why I am doing. That's actually quite long story, but to make it shortly, then yeah.
And you are one of the few people where you talk positively and passionately about manifestation, because I hear so many people going, "Oh my gosh, somebody said manifestation and apparently I'm doing that thing." So there's also that negative side of it. And I'm curious because you mentioned awareness. How do you help people become aware of their thoughts and their beliefs and their emotions to move them forward?
In different ways, because of course there you have different stages, but mostly I work also a lot with body, because when you feel in your body your emotions, your holistic work or other works and energy work also, then you can also find out what is it, there's what kind of storage, but also through journey actually, because this I love it actually the most also, through journey through your mind. Actually, I can name it like travel through your mind,
Ooh.
because when because there we can find a lot of things also, and even during the visualization process of guided meditations, which I mostly do also very personalized guided meditations, because I know this is so powerful and I also work intuitively. That's why sometimes I feel just what is good to add it into this person. And and this is actually the moment where the awareness also came,
Mm.
because even through the guided meditation or the visualization, or sometimes I create also kind of process like little bit moving, like moving meditations, but with also visualizations towards your visions. But on this moment, even last year, because we are now in the new year, but last year even one lady also, she find out then what she was working on her business. Actually, she didn't had business vision for her business, and that's why was actually nothing happening, because she didn't had it. She was like she was working on it every time, but
Mm.
because she actually she didn't been aware, but looks like everything was important for her, because she when I was guiding that towards the process, and she find out that then it was her relationships with her family, everything, health, but she didn't put the business vision in this moment. And she was working all the time about the business, and then she had also awareness. And then later we was also working, because this was in small intimate group, but later I work also with her on the one-on-one, and then she finds really that that's something what actually I need to work and check it. Why is it that? And then we find out also that actually the business was only, yeah, this was actually covering some other emotions and other things. And and that's why this is very important, the awareness. But there are different ways how I do it, because also, what I said, the body work, because it's very important. Everything is also in our bodies, a lot of, our body is actually the storage or everything.
Hmm.
But also when we traveling through our minds, because when we travel, like this time, this was guided walking meditation with visualization. This was combination. This was like kind of process. But then you can also have a lot of awareness, and there was process with letting go. Yeah, I combine a lot of different things, and then you can really find out really a lot about yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds powerful in everything that
Yes.
you do. That's awesome. What are three tips that you can offer our audience to help them navigate this manifestation or take those first steps in their manifestation journey?
First, I will say then really no, of course, connect. But if you don't know how to connect with yourself and you want to start just doing where you are, because that doesn't mean that this is only manifestation from beginners. Sometimes people also who have really huge achievements, and somewhere is also blockage. But what you can do, of course, look at yourself and ask yourself which direction you want to go, and what is also the reason why you want to be there. And the reason not only having strong why you want to go for it, but also why is that important for you, because of course sometimes there are some ego thoughts which we want, or some experiences in our life, or we want sometimes proving something. And
Hmm.
I do believe that everyone experiences that, including myself. But yeah, when in this moment when you are really focusing on it, and sometimes it's good to really asking yourself even 10 more questions than just letting go the life flowing however you want. And when you have the direction, okay, that is where I am going, then of course set also intentions, because this is also process of manifestations.
Hmm.
But intentions, what often I hear and I see, intention is not controlling the outcome. Intentions is really pure through your heart, but also through, yeah, actually through your heart and through your heart in your brain, because there
Hmm.
is also, and when you have that connect, then from that also you set the pure intentions for that outcome. And I know this is very powerful, because I even can give example from my own life, because when I was, yeah, around, yeah, that was in early 2000, yeah, early 20s. I wrote actually descriptions about hotels this time, because I study also hotel management, and I wrote descriptions about that. And about I wrote actually about the Burj Al Arab hotel in Dubai, and this I got so inspired about that. Then actually I felt already, because there was talking about how to eat strawberry in January. This time was impossible. On nowadays you can eat all year strawberries,
Yeah.
but this time was not possible to order strawberries. And there was written what I find the article. Then you can even order in this hotel strawberry, and you can sit close to the restaurants with ocean, and with yeah, with a lot of different things, which was just unreal in this time
Hmm.
for me also. And this was actually the 7-star hotel this time, because this was, I guess this was 1 year when was built the hotel first time, and this was
Wow.
the and and this moment, this was so intense for me, because I was just writing descriptions about, but I found that hotel. But I was actually so emotionally also in it, and because I was visionaring also that, but also I saw it. And years later, I only set the intention. There was no vision even, but that's why I know the power of intention. And I set the intentions, and years later, I was celebrating actually birthday in this hotel. Yeah, without really focusing on it, but because the intention was really pure, and that's why it's also very important for our vision. And of course, if this was my goal or my vision, then I took directly also immediately actions, and probably I've been in this hotel much earlier. But this was really not. This was just set the intention, because when I saw that and I was writing, I was like almost I am there. Actually, I
Yeah.
felt really like I was there, and this was so yeah, so inspiring. And I of course thought I would love to be there one times, and
Yeah.
that's yeah, and that came. So that's why this is also the second part, what I can say, it's the intention, because you asked about the three things. And then of course there is huge process, and knowing also the why you are going. But the one most important, the most actually later, when is everything set, you have the vision. Doesn't need to be perfect, but when you know what is it, then it's always good to be consistent about that, and checking with yourself every time, even every day. And if you think, no, now I don't want to check in every day, then check every week or whatever, but check consistently. What is there? Is that still aligned with myself? Because
Mm.
sometimes we outgrown, sometimes, yeah, sometimes there are things which are changing with ourselves, and what was valuable for us years ago, then maybe on this moment is not anymore aligned with ourselves. And that's why it's also very good to check. And even the directions can be still the same, but
Hmm.
maybe the way how we would like to have it is
Yeah.
different. I do believe that this is also very important to check in on it during the process to bring that to reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And that last part, I hadn't even thought about doing that, doing a check-in of intentions I set maybe a long time ago and seeing if they're even valid. I'm like, ooh, what did I set before? So that's super powerful. Thank you so much. It has been so much fun interviewing you and learning about you and everything that you do. Any last words before we close out this interview?
I will say it always follow in love in your vision because that's actually what is important. Because if you follow in love with it, then you will find a way also to make it happen. And actually, yeah, that's what I can say. And always look back also to yourself because that's very important that you create actually your own vision and not from the external validation. Sometimes there are beautiful vision boards, but if this is not yours, then even if you will receive it, you will be not fully fulfillment and satisfied. And I do believe that this is also important in our life because there is so many things and doesn't need to be the material things that can be also spiritual, whatever you want to bring to your life. uh, but this is important to actually to always check in with yourself, is that ready for myself, or is that something what I saw and will be great to have it, but it's totally opposite
Yeah,
from who you are. Yeah.
that's very powerful and very important. Thank you so much for this interview. Really appreciate it.
No,